Well, if everyone is ready, we'll go ahead and jump back into Obojima, Tales from the Tall Grass. Last time, our party had descended below the first stage city of Yadaman to the former underground cavern / subway system that now remains unutilized and dilapidated below the city of Yadaman. Looking for the young, misguided elvish girl, Imelda, who had taken off with a letter package from you, Mirage. Upon entering these subway systems, you met with a member of the archivists, historians, and archaeologists, also known as Aha. The Dr. Front and her assistant, Crocius. After a run-in with some strange creatures, plant-like beings known as lion's blooms that were extremely hungry and carnivorous, having very little natural light and any sort of natural food source down here in the dilapidated subways, they seemed to target you when you came into their vicinity. But you were able to dispatch them rather quickly. And then descending down further to the second level into a large atrium space is where you found Imelda and her spirit companion. She seemed disappointed by what she had found, among which was the letter you were expected to deliver to Jenny of Jenny's General Goods, Mirage. A part of which, magically sealed within the letter, was a vial of some strange grayish black substance that Imelda had tossed aside, shattering the bottle and thereby contaminating some of the surrounding green or yellow slimes that were down here in the subways. After coming in contact with this strange substance, they began to merge and meld together in this massive slime that seemed to congregate other slimes and gather and regroup every time you attacked it. But gathering your forces and your combined effort, you were able to subdue this creature, this strange corruption that had overcame these otherwise mindless sort of slime entities. After which you had a pretty detailed heart-to-heart with Imelda, finding out that she was trying to pay for her way to study amongst one of the various witch covens somewhere here on the island of Obojima, but not having the funds or the backing or standing to do so at this time. After regrouping with Dr. Front and Crocius, you took the makeshift elevator cart up to the surface once more, now in the sort of Central Park district here in the city of Yadaman, deep into the night. You find yourselves with Imelda as well as Dr. Front and Crocius, not really making a detailed plan, but it sounded like, from what Imelda had mentioned, that she wished to apologize to Jenny post-haste. And now with the technically opened letter, but still gathered with you, Mirage, you have the piece of mail that you originally intended to deliver as well. But with the night sky well and truly overhead, the large moon above looking up, what would you all like to do? As you are free from any imminent danger right now, you can still hear the yawning and the occasional meowing of the cat of prodigious size on the opposite side of this main bridge here in the Central Park of Yadaman. It's cooled down quite a bit, but still comfortable temperatures here in the middle of fall on the island of Obojima. But with that, what would you like to do?
I say we need to get that letter to Penny from the block.
God damn it.
That's right.
God
That's
damn it.
I
right.
agree. I don't look like Jenny from the blog still, right? I am
No,
me, right?
you can change back at any time. You can do so at will.
Okay, like I would look like me.
Okay. Yes, you've since changed back to your base changeling form, your gray skin and otherwise pupilless eyes, staring at Imelda and your companions here in the Central Park area, looking up at the starry sky overhead. You can see as you get further away from the Central Park area, the light pollution becomes much stronger, though, as Yataman is the largest and most dense city here on the island of Obojima, and rightfully so, there is quite a nightlife here. Various izakayas, restaurants, unlike the ramen bucket that you visited earlier, as well as various inns, shops, and vendors that seemingly go 24/7 here in the large first stage city of Yataman.
So wherever you guys are going, I'm just gonna follow behind.
I mean, let's go back to Jenny's, I guess.
And I.
Jedi.
God
I
damn it.
love it, Jedi.
God damn it. Oh, that joke's not gonna go away, is it?
Nope.
No.
All right. Well, back to Jedi. You all head up the switchback staircase from this lower portion. You can see that the large crowd that had formed on the bridge has now dispersed. There's just occasional passersby coming to and fro, passing through the garden district here in the city of Yataman. There doesn't seem to be anything directly drawing anyone here other than just passing through at this point in time. But in the distance, you can hear more ruckus sounds as you get closer to some of the shopping areas, as well as food stalls and other more densely populated areas of commercial activity. But as you walk, you can see that Imelda wears kind of a somber sort of demeanor about herself. She definitely, you can see that there's this sense of regret about her actions, but at the same time, there's also this emotional weight that sits upon her that she has not succeeded in what she's been trying to do. And she seems otherwise sort of defeated for multiple reasons, not just having realized she's done some rather questionable things. But there's definitely that weight of consequence about her demeanor right now. But it doesn't take you long to head back towards one of the market streets where you had been not but a few hours prior to Jenny's General Goods. You can still see that there's a small light out in front. You do recall that this location seems to been not only a storefront, but you saw that it was actually a 2-story structure, and that more than likely it was either a storage component or perhaps her primary residence, as well as her main source of income here. But you do see there are lights on in this space. The street lamps are all well lit. You can see little tiny light spirits scattering about the hanging lanterns, as if taking upon themselves all over the city to bring light and vision to this space, like a personal sort of mission, although very, very humble in that mission. They seem to garner great joy from coming from the spirit realm just to light this otherwise darkened space, as if something draws them to this city, some energy that just seems to permeate this entire city of Yataman. You don't see Jenny outside when you arrive here in the darkened, slightly dim streets, but you do recognize the storefront outside, and you do see that there is a dim light on outside. What would you all like to do?
Um,
I guess I'll knock the door. I'll knock on the door.
Okay. You give a few quick raps on the door, and at first you don't hear anything, but then you begin to hear some shuffling and footsteps, and then some other sort of movement inside that's not, smaller individuals. It takes a few moments, but within a minute, you hear the call of a woman. Be there in just a moment. We're closed, but what? And she opens the door, and you see Jenny's face. She doesn't have her traditional yellow apron on, but seems to be in more comfortable evening attire. A bit dusty, as if she's been moving things around, and you see little flower spirits kind of skitter and scatter as she kind of shoos them away with her foot, as they've kind of gathered around some of the exterior flower beds, as well as the interior vegetable pots and things of that nature, ingredient containers, as if drawn to the energy of life in these containers. Oh, it's you. What the... Imelda. And she looks at the three of you, and then back to Imelda, and I see you found her. Please, come inside. It's before it gets too much darker. As she kind of ushers you inside the shop and takes a look at all of you. Well, I see you're doing all right, Imelda. Care to explain what's going on here? Jenny, I'm sorry. I did... That's quite all right. I understand. Well, I don't understand, but it's late. All I'll say right now is I assume you understand that you've made a terrible mistake stealing from other people. And you just see Imelda kind of silently nod. And you see the little furry spirit that sits on her shoulders kind of snorting and moving about. And Imelda just kind of grips her hand over the top of the spirit. And you can see the sensation of having that force put upon him. And you can see the change in demeanor of this spirit kind of somber up just as quickly as she had earlier. I apologize on behalf of Imelda. I know she's caused you all quite a bit of trouble, but that being said, I appreciate that you've brought her back safely. You all look like you're in... Oh my goodness. And she looks at you, Mirage, specifically, being the most roughed up of the group. Come here, let me tend to your wounds. Does anyone else need medical attention?
I'll just slowly raise my hand.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Yes, you look a bit worse for wear as well. And she can see that your complexion has kind of become very, grayed and or just, lost a lot of the coloring in your demeanor. Yes, come along here. And you can see she goes behind the counter and begins to scrounge around for a handful of small vials, and hands the both of you a potion. This is a potion of greater healing for each of you. Please, this is not much, but at least take it for the time being so you don't feel quite so ragged.
Cool. I'll add that to my inventory.
So you can choose to take that now, or you can just...
Thank you.
Of course. Have a seat, and please. And you can see she begins to grab a tea kettle and begins to toss in some pre-made tea bags and throw it over a small fire device. And you can see she snaps her fingers, and you see this small spark eke off the end of her fingertips. Not the best roll in the world, but, you know.
I'm 1 point to max, so I'm happy.
There you go. You assumed based on the general vibe of this location that that Jenny was more of an arborist or some sort of an alchemist at best, but you can definitely see she has some sort of arcane training based on this quick and easy use of an otherwise basically a cantrip of some sort to arc onto this flame as a small spark ignites, and you can see this tea kettle beginning to boil some water in the tea over the top of this sort of kitchen implement. I assume you found what you were looking for? Imelda, where were you? Where have you been going these past few nights? Where are you taking... I assume this isn't the first incident that you've caused. Jenny, I'm sorry. I didn't... Look. You're a talented young girl, but you need to temper that enthusiasm. I thought we talked about this. I was going to speak with Mr. Basingstoke here very soon and have his interpretation about you potentially joining one of the witch covens, but this does not look good on any potential offering to any of the covens. If they find out that you've been stealing from people, they're not going to have any business to do with you. I understand. I didn't want to put you in any trouble, or I was trying to do things on my own, but people just don't want to hire me for anything. I don't have any experience, and you could have worked for me, Imelda. I've already told you that. Goodness gracious. For someone who's never had children, it seems like I'm always playing the mother in some circumstance with you. Anyway, again, I apologize to you all. I'll have a conversation with these individuals tomorrow, and as right as she's saying that, you hear a soft knock on the door behind you all as Jenny's already, put out some stools for you to take a seat. Goodness, seems I've got quite the company coming this evening. What is going on here? And you see her walk back to the front door of the shop. Coming, who is it? And she opens the door, and you see a woman in probably her mid to late 30s. Looks very, well put together, wearing a dark brownish red leather vestment uniform with a sword strapped to her hip. Give me just a moment here. She has sort of a reddish brownish auburn hair. Very fit. She has a reddish leather overcoat, brown leather combat gloves, high boots that go up over the top of her calves. Like I said, she wears a what looks like a slightly greater than short sword, perhaps some sort of custom made saber at her left hand side. and seems very well put together, almost militaristic stance in a way. Mipsy, you don't recognize this individual, but Axel, you vaguely know who this individual is, just based off of loose description. And Mirage, you know exactly who this individual is.
Yes.
This is Postmaster Miranda Escalante, the head of the courier brigade here in Yadaman, and the head of the courier brigade for the entire island of Obojima.
Amazing.
Give me just a moment here and I will show you some character art. This one was not in the book, so I had to scrounge this up, so going off of a little loose interpretation at best, so this is not in the same sort of style as that you see Jenny here. But why is it always doing that? Should default to bio and info. But there you go. It is a pleasure to see you, Jenny. Perhaps we can have a quick chat? And as she says that, she speaks with a soft but strong demeanor. And I see one of my couriers has already brought the delivery that I asked for specifically. And she looks directly at you, Mirage. You can see she turns towards you, expecting some type of formal courier brigade greeting. You know that for a higher ranking officer or soldier of the courier brigade, the typical greeting is to stand at attention and put your right hand over a fist over your heart and stand in a soldier's attention, specifically for a higher ranking officer.
I mean, yes, of course I do it.
At ease. It's good to see you, Mirage. It's been some time. You remember you've met Postmaster Escalante a handful of times, not so informally as this, but you did meet her in the past when she came through for inspections in your local offices closer to the northern half of the island of Obojima. Might I come in, Jenny? Of course, Miranda. Come on in. As she closes the door behind her. It is a pleasure to see you again. You can see she has a very strong, poignant demeanor. She gives off an aura of professionalism and yet still an approachability even for a soldier of the courier brigade, a full knight and postmaster of the courier brigade and the leader of the brigade across the entire island. Might I ask, Mirage, did you bring the parcel that I asked you to deliver to Jenny?
No, my question is the same thing that the lady from the other shop is?
Yes.
Like the letter that I
it's
have?
the-
She asking for something else.
No, she's specifically referring to the letter that was stolen by
Okay.
Imelda.
I do. I do have it with me. Yet, unfortunately, I bumped into a situation and it was a little compromise. And I'm gonna take out like the letter and what is remaining of of the flask or whatever it was in it.
The
Flask or
glass that
flask?
was in it was
The glass,
shattered. You weren't able to recover any of
Well,
that.
But I put it in something like whatever I
Oh,
could
okay.
recover.
Sure. I see. That is unfortunate that you were not able to... And she can see that all it took was her to see the broken wax seal on the back of the letterhead to know that it was not delivered in its ideal circumstance. And you can sense there's this sort of sharp, not like overly disapproving, but still questioning look that she gives you, Mirage. Like her gaze is piercing straight through you. You can definitely tell she's had experience working with soldiers for many years now, as she kind of gives you that gaze that definitely has a tinge of disapproval on it. But before you can react further, Imelda sort of steps forward. I'm apologize. It's not her fault. I took the letter, and I interfered with. I understand. Whatever punishment you need to give me, Postmaster, I'll pay it back. Whatever it has to be.
Not yet. Whatever happened, I took my eyes from it. It shouldn't have been taken from me since the very beginning. Don't put Imelda in it.
She raises her hand in front of the both of you. I believe I understand what is going on here. There's no other... And she kind of wordlessly asks you to deliver the letter to Jenny.
Here, I give it to her.
Oh, yes, of course. I know you have not had time to read through it, but might I ask you to take a look at this as quickly as possible? And you watch as Jenny sort of unfolds the letter, even though the wax seal has been broken. She looks through the letter. Oh my goodness. My dear. Oh. Did you see what was in this? Imelda kind of answers. It was some sort of like substance in a small vial. It did some really weird things to the slimes down in the subway. You were down in the subway. Imelda, why were you down there? Never mind. You're fine for the time being. And she looks to the postmaster. I see. This is concerning news. None of you were in an immediate contact with this substance, were you? Imelda shakes her head.
I mean,
Nope.
the substance was near some of those like yellow. What you called it? The green
slimes.
things?
The
The
slime.
slimes.
Yes.
The slimes reacted to it, and we just try to put an end of it. And I tried to recover some of it, and I, give a
You give her the remains.
glass. Yeah, the remains.
I see. So they had an adverse reaction to whatever this was. This corruptive material. Okay.
I mean, if it helps, the reaction was that the slimes started to gather each other and get bigger and, of course, like, meaner. And started to attack.
So they became more aggressive after reacting. That's concerning. Yes, we've heard some terrible things on the eastern coast of the island. Things about this corruptive matter coming off the shores. At best, killing whatever it comes in contact with. At worst, turning it into some horrible monster. Anyway, Postmaster, I appreciate you having this sent to me. Of course. It is concerning not only to our organization, but to the island of Obojima as a whole, that this, whatever this entity is, this plague upon our lands, I was hoping that you might be able to contact some of your old colleagues and have them experiment and try to figure out what this is, but it seems our sample is not intact any longer. That being said, I'd like for you to still reach out and try to better understand what is going on here. That we might save other lives and protect the people of Obojima. As for you, Kirill Mirage, please come to the headquarters in the morning at your earliest convenience so I might have a conversation with you in more detail. With that, I do need to be on my way.
Of course. And I don't know if I have to do a salute too.
Generally, it is, yeah, it's good standing to salute upon greeting and saying goodbye. She salutes back to you and then nods to Jenny and begins to leave the shop as Jenny turns to you all. That was more than I was expecting to deal with this evening, but we'll need to have some harder conversations. Imelda, you're staying with me tonight. As for the three of you, I don't have a whole lot of lodging here, but as she says this, Axel, when she says the word lodging, you recall it. You already have a place here in the city. Not the most, grand, but you do have a small place not far from the main market square. Just a hop, skip, and a jump from the ramen bucket. And a small attached bit of lodging that you rent here in the city of Yadaman.
My little bachelor pad.
Not the ramen bucket.
No. It's next to the ramen bucket.
Not the ramen bucket.
Listen, it's my favorite place. If you don't like it, that's on you.
It doesn't like me.
Nevertheless, come and see me when you have some time, and I'll try to make this right any way I can. But I do need to get some sleep. It's rather late, and I need to have a stern conversation with Imelda here in the morning. As she kind of turns, and Imelda kind of just drops her head and forces her spirit, who's, again, kind of snorting around and examining the surroundings. She kind of puts her hand over the top, makes him bow his head as well. But nevertheless, thank you all. Thank you for keeping Imelda safe, even though she put herself well and truly in her own problems. I appreciate everything. I truly do. Thank you.
I mean, the girl has some quite talent. She's good, but
That she does.
give her a look.
She definitely needs some more structure in her life, which I intend to give regardless of where she chooses to go from here. You kind of hear that motherly tone as she says this and looks directly at Imelda with this sort of scolding look. But again, thank you all. As I said, please come and see me when you have some time, and I will try to put a little something together for the three of you, wherever your travels may take you here in the city or elsewhere on the island. Mipsy, as she's saying this and you're kind of looking around, you didn't really spend too much time in the shop before. You do see that there's quite a collection of arcane implements here, as you've kind of been listening to this conversation, but give me a perception check, if you will. Okay, 25. You notice under one of the cabinets where Jenny had pulled out the tea kettle, you notice that there's some volumes and books, and you see that on the spines of some of the volumes, you see some filigree and sort of inlay, one of which has the symbol of the Witch Head Coven on it.
Ooh. Before you go, Jenny, and I'll point at the book. By chance, though, you using that?
Oh, yes, that's a personal volume of recipes that I have. It's from a past life, if you will. I'm no longer a member of the Coven, but at least not a active member. But unfortunately, it's not for sale.
That's fine, but I'm somewhat interested in learning from that.
Give me a persuasion check, Mipsy. In fact, I'll give you advantage just because of the situation.
Okay. 14.
Okay. Under normal circumstances, I'd refuse wholeheartedly, but given that you've been of tremendous assistance to Imelda and quite frankly things could have ended poorly, I will consider it as payment for services rendered. Why don't we call it that? I can't give you the volume, but I can let you peruse it for a short period of time, if that's amenable.
Yeah. That works great for me.
Excellent. Anyway, I will take Imelda and make sure she stays safe from here on and under strong watch for the time being. But I'll see you all very, very soon. Is there anything else I can assist you with in the immediate time here? It seems like all your wounds have mostly closed up for the time being. It looks like you just need a good bit of rest.
Yes.
Very good. You all have a place to stay, yes?
Yes.
Apparently, the bucket ramen or whatever that was called.
You guys haven't even seen it yet. Relax.
I'm excited.
As long as I don't smell the ramen.
Well,
I don't mind it.
can't guarantee that, my friend.
Very well. Well, I'll see you all sometime tomorrow or the next day. Please do swing by if you are leaving Yataman in the near future, so I can try to assist you on your future adventures. You can see that during this whole period of time, she gives you all during this conversation, a cup of herbal tea, which has a tremendously strong flavor to it, almost like a very strong minty flavor. and you feel this like surge of exuberance as you all drink it down. You all gain the benefits at any time of a guidance spell. So you have an extra D4 that you can spend on any upcoming ability check, saving throw, or attack roll.
Nice.
Nice.
And as you're talking about research and other things, Axel, you also recall the whole reason you had left Yadaman previously and gone up to Okiri Village, researching the supposed flying machine that turned out to be just a young boy being mischievous with a rogue potion.
Oh yeah.
You recall, upon returning, you were expected to check in with your contact here in the city of Yadaman, one Mortimus Phibbs of the Aha Guild. You know that Mortimus is usually found in the main library here in Yadaman.
That nerd.
But with that, as you receive some first aid from Jenny, as well as a bit of exuberance from the tea, she escorts you guys out of the shop into the cool evening air. Where would you all like to go from here?
I mean, I'm excited to look at that place.
Axel's place or the ramen bucket, or are you talking about the library?
No, Axel's place.
Okay. Is that the intended destination?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do my check-in tomorrow.
Okay. Very well. Well, Axel, you lead the group back towards more of the commercial areas. You can see that there are still a decent amount of people, even at this late hour, some stumbling out of the various izakayas that are scattered along the tight alleyway streets of Yadaman. And as you get closer to your makeshift shop and residence, you can very clearly smell the wafting air coming off the ramen bucket.
Oh, damn it.
Yes.
It smells strong of fatty pork and spices and various other fried foodstuffs. But you come down an alleyway, a tight space, to a makeshift metal exterior door with a reinforced steel frame that you've put together yourself, Axel, in many years back, not long after you first moved to Yadaman, just to keep yourself secure in this space. As you pull out a small key and unlock the door, the first floor of this 3-story structure seems to be your little makeshift shop. Why don't you go ahead and describe to the group what you think your rented residence and shop here in Yadaman looks like?
So, so it looks like a long hall, like a little hall, like a studio apartment. Got my little mattress in the corner tucked in there. I got a bunch of instruments strewn up against the wall. And, just clothes strewn about. I don't really care. It's kind of like a college kid's room.
Is there fold-up chairs?
Sure, why
Or
not?
lawn chairs?
There's two fold up bucket chairs. You can sit in. Just two. if I have to entertain,
Gotta have
I want to
at
go
least a
in
few
and
stools
take a
of
look.
just differing colors, and
They do not match. And their chairs are.
They
do not
clearly
match.
look
They're
like
from
they were possibly
different
free at
sets.
one point off the side of the road.
They have a lot of yard sales here in Yataman.
Amazing.
Free to a good home is what some of this furniture screams.
I want to go and take a look at his instruments.
Please, Axel,
Which instruments do you
describe
got?
to the group what they see.
God.
Sucks when you got to get put on the spot, doesn't it?
There is a guitar up on it that 2 of the strings are broken. They're broken specifically. Yeah. Then there's also some drums in the corner. I have a little I think I have a couple flutes on the wall. And yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Axel, why haven't you replaced those strings?
Well, it's a long story, but I got it from a concert, and when I got it, the strings broke. So, I don't want to break. I don't want to fix a good memory.
I agree. Will you teach me some music, Axel? How to play something?
What do you want to play?
I'm gonna look up Axel for his approval, and I'm gonna try and reach for flute.
Okay.
Roll for approval.
It's up to you. If you want to try to play it, Mirage, give me a performance check.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Wait,
So there should be under ability checks an option for performance. I think it's towards the middle bottom.
It's near the bottom.
Yeah.
Underneath
but it's not.
perception.
It's not working for me. I'm having technical difficulties.
I still want to play as well, but
Are you rolling it on? Oh, there we go.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Okay.
okay.
For your, you've played some You've played a few wind instruments in your time, just randomly, harmonicas, things of that nature. Traveling with various courier brigade individuals, been camping, along hauls to deliver packages and goods, and you've had a little bit of experience. And with Axel's direction, you are able to play it decently well.
Nice.
Come on, I could do better than that.
Oh, please do.
I want to see it. You gotta do it now.
This is what I call sound of a dying duck.
This is the worst rendition of hot cross buns that you've ever heard.
Oh, if I got a nat 20, I would have been pissed.
Yeah, it is. As Mipsy is playing on this flute, and it's just so off key. Suddenly, you hear like a banging on the wall adjacent to yours, Axel, from one of your neighbors, an elderly man. It's too late for this. Go to bed.
Cross buns.
But nevertheless, it is quite late. Actually, you do have a handful of extra futons that you can bring out for guests. They're not in great shape, but they're clean enough. And in your current state, beggars can't be choosers. You do have upper floors as well. You have a small bathroom and your separate bedroom up on the second level. This being your main studio area, but there's kind of an elevated area, and then there's a third level that leads to like a rooftop patio up top through the final door. It would be the exterior third floor. So technically it's 3 stories if you include the rooftop patio or rooftop balcony area. Sort of a townhome configuration, if you will. Very narrow, but still, cozy and quaint. But what would you all like to do? Is there anything you'd like to do before we close out this day and you all take a long rest?
I got nothing.
Mipsy, are you doing okay by being puke by all of that?
I'm fine. I'll roll
That's
you a
it.
deception check. I'm rolling you a deception check. Where's my deception?
Oh my
okay.
God.
Oh, damn.
Mirage, roll an insight check.
You better roll low.
I mean, I don't think I can beat that.
You can.
I don't see it. There it is. Nope.
Oh, that
Yes.
just rolled to.
Oh, it
Oh, there
rolled
it goes.
2? Well, it was the first one was a 5. No, a 3. It was a 3.
That was performance.
That's performance.
This performance, that's not through. I clicked.
What's
mean,
your
it's-
what's your
Insight.
modifier
It's
for
plus 3.
insight?
It's plus 3. It's plus 3.
It is okay.
Why isn't it working for me?
Mipsy.
Yes.
Given that you rolled a nat 20. Yeah, I don't know why it's rolling that. So inside is the one you want.
And it's
What the fuck?
yes. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know why is it doing it.
Anyway, we'll go with that. If it's the same modifier, it's
Yeah.
the same number either way.
It is. It is the same.
Technically by score, she has beaten your deception. But with it being a natural 20, I will leave the choice up to you whether or not you want to continue this conversation.
Sure. We can continue.
What does Mirage gather from your attempted deception about your supposed ailment here and the effects that are going on? What you explain to the group what she sees.
I'm trying to basically not choke to death like I've been for the last few days. Like I'm basically trying to hold it in without coughing and acting like I'm perfectly fine.
So Mirage, you've seen ever since you left the Temple of Shum, and encountered the strange entity that was in the royal hatchery at the base of the temple. You've seen that there's been some underlying issue that's been affecting Mipsy. You're not 100% sure what, but you can definitely tell that it's not just injuries that he sustained from this past encounter down in the subway. That something else is going on and has been continuously going on. Would you agree, Mipsy?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
That's what you gather from your reading him non-verbally and understanding that he's not being 100% truthful, if not outright lying. So It is your choice whether or not you want to pursue it further.
It's up to you.
I mean, for the moment being, I'm just gonna like stare at him, like kind of like, I mean, with disbelief, and just say like, well, if you start to feel anything, ill or something, you should let us know. We can figure it out.
Okay, if I feel anything, I will let you guys know.
Axel, is there anything you'd like to do before calling it an evening here in your quaint, cozy abode?
Anyone want to go to ramen bucket real quick before bed?
Do you want to make a stop at the ramen bucket before bed?
Is that even a fucking question?
It's entirely up to you if you want to run to the ramen
I'm fucking
bucket.
going. I'm going.
As you guys are having this
snack.
I would imagine as Mipsy, you and Mirage are having this more intense conversation, Axel has kind of stepped out for a second and you don't even notice until he comes back, and Mipsy, you smell immediately the scent of pork ramen permeate the entire first floor of Axel's apartment.
I will start coughing again. That I was trying to hide.
Right as I feel like narratively it makes sense because right as you're talking about not feeling well and Mirage is trying to determine whether there's some underlying issue, you use the scent of the overpowering ramen broth to cover up what's going on here. And you just utilize that. So it's not 100% certain what's going on here. Axel, what do you say as you step back in with a bag full of ramen noodles and other various midnight, fourth meal accoutrement?
I walk in.
Who wants some snacky? Whoa. This is like you guys got like some weird vibe going on here. What's going on?
I would just point at you. Your food.
Mipsy, give me a Constitution saving throw. You find the nearest flower pot that's empty or what's left of some dead flowers and immediately toss your cookies in it.
Yep.
Oh, dude, not cool,
gonna-
man.
Did Axel brought for all of us?
I don't know, Axel, did you bring enough for the whole group?
Was it like just for you or like want to share?
I mean, I did, but maybe I got double for myself now with Mipsy.
I mean, it's just like if Axel brought for all of us and I knew after Mipsy did that, I was just gonna tap her on the shoulder and be like, well, now you have space.
I did.
Anyway, as the night grows long and you consume your late night cap of ramen and other fried goodies, Mipsy trying to hold your bowels from upchucking further, only having a little nibble here and there to sate yourself. You all put together the makeshift futons and just as the wee hours of the morning, you can see the ever so faint light scraping across the far horizon. You all take your rest for the evening, waking up late in the morning. But yeah, you can all take your long rest if you'd like.
Thank God.
But you wake up rather late in the morning. It's probably 10:30 when you find yourselves stirring. You can already begin to hear the hustle and bustle in the alleyway streets as people are moving all sorts of manner of goods. You hear the chime of bikes, K-trucks, the occasional chime in the distance of the trolley system moving throughout the city of Yataman. But you do receive a much-needed rest as you recover your abilities and, of course, your hit points for the coming day. It's a cool but still comfortable morning. What would you all like to do?
Preparing my spells. Oh,
I'm just testing it.
Okay. You're actually rolling
I'm
really
wa-
good
I'm,
there.
I'm wasting all these natural 20s, guys.
Yeah. Gonna need those later.
Damn.
you know what? I will pick that up.
As Mipsy is kind of trying to center himself, you can see he's gathering sort of his energies and, right himself after a stressful evening. Mirage and Axel, what are you doing in the, not really the early morning hours, almost midday at this point, creeping up on it, but what are you doing as you rise in the morning hours here in Yataman?
I gotta go meet that person, right? That's I can go do that.
Yeah, sometime today. And then Mirage, you
Okay.
have a
Yeah, I
sometime
was gonna
scheduled
say that.
meeting with the postmaster.
I guess I'll prepare myself to go and see her. Like, not right now, but like, just prepare.
Okay.
Hope.
As you clean yourself up in the morning, put on your any necessary uniform that you need, Mirage, as a not a full courier knight just yet, but still a knight in training of sorts. You still put on your necessary uniform pieces, as well as prepare your supplies, tools, weapons. And Axel, you, well, please tell me how you prepare to go out for the day.
I just grab all my instruments and stuff and just look myself in the mirror, just make sure I don't look half terrible, and then I'm out.
It's not so much of a preparation as it is a mild check.
Who needs to prepare when you're always on? You know what I mean?
Lift your arm a little bit. Yeah, it smells fine.
That's fine. You won't notice unless they get close.
Still smells a little bit like ramen. Well, where would you all like to go first?
I can wait for my book.
I think we should go and check your friend Axel. I think we took most of the time yesterday. because of my situation, which I appreciate both of you. So I think you need to check in on someone. No?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, is the plan to go to the headquarters of AHA in the libraries of Yatamon?
Yeah.
Yes.
You all gather your things and step out into the tight alleyway outside Axel's abode here in Yatamon. As Axel, you lead the... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I do want to say that I want to make myself look like me, but like in a human form,
Okay.
like not as a changeling.
Okay. Give me either a performance or a deception check with advantage, given that you have a natural affinity for changing your appearance.
What do you say, deception and
Deception or performance, and you have advantage because you are a changeling. Okay. You do a fairly good job of you change your complexion rather quickly. You almost match the complexion that you kind of garnered from Jenny's natural human complexion. You change the color of your hair to, well, you tell me what's the general appearance that Mirage takes to kind of
I mean,
mask.
I guess it's like just like myself, but like more like in a human color. Like my hair
Sure.
can stay white. I don't mind it. But like the skin, more of like this. What is this color? What is our color as humans?
Yeah, like a palish, more rosy color as opposed to the silverish white complexion that you have.
Yeah. Yeah, like I just changed that, more like a rosy color.
Okay.
Like not so like bright white as I get.
Sure. And you change your eyes as well, which are typically a pupilless, like silvery bluish gray. What color eyes and
Blue eyes.
like a blue eye? Okay, but more of
I would
like
say
a
the same color, but like
Okay.
more no changeling.
Okay. The two of you watch as Mirage makes some adjustment to her complexion and her eyes, still keeping the silvery white hair, but looking more humanoid in her form as opposed to the complexion that you've seen up until now. But Axel, you lead the group back towards more of the larger freestanding buildings here in the city of Yatamon, towards a large, very askew looking exterior building that has a lot of tall glass as well as sort of a rustic look to it from the outside, almost like like it could easily be plopped out in the countryside somewhere, but definitely still a large structure. It has a couple centralized towers within it with weather vanes and various measuring implements on the outside. And you see the iconography of AHA all over the outside, various messages. And then you see a large bulletin board out front with a mixture of symposiums, conferences, things of that nature, discussions for the coming weeks, as well as requests by the city or the guild as a whole, requesting various research endeavors, assistance with various research opportunities across the entire island, but a lot in this very southern area of Obojima. You know that this library headquarters is not the main headquarters. That's closer to another part of the island, and you've never been to that that specific location, but you know of it. But you know this is one of the larger headquarters here on the island of Obojima for the organization of archivists, archaeologists, and historians. But inside, you step inside the library, and it is very quaint. It is extremely cluttered. There are books and scrolls everywhere. There is a loose organization at best, and you remember from many times being in this facility that Mortimus Phibbs makes it his personal endeavor to try to organize this space, but doesn't always succeed, to the point where it grinds on the gears of some of his peers here in the main library. You know that this space has about a half a dozen to a dozen various researchers and members of the guild at any given time, including Mortimus, who basically runs this office. And he has a bit of a stigma as a stickler for information. So much so that he can come across as a bit of a pompous ass at times. But as you step through the front doors of the library HQ here in Yataman, this is the first age library that you see from the interior.
Ooh.
Ooh.
But you see a number of various researchers all about gathering books, scrolls, a few seated about making notes on separate parchment, and things of that nature. Axel, give me a perception check, if you don't mind.
It's coming.
Okay. It doesn't take you too long, but you do see the elderly figure that you are looking for of Mortimus Phibbs, a human male. Let me double check here. Let me pull up his. Give me just a moment. You see that he's wearing sort of a darkish blue, almost black cloak and shawl around his neck. He is completely bald on top, but he has kind of a skullet going that's been shaved down sort of haphazardly in the back. His beard is thick and gray and white at this point. Very elderly human man, wearing circular spectacles, as well as flipping through various tomes and making notes, markings in sort of a makeshift Dewey Decimal System, trying to make records of the various files that they have here. An almost endless job here in this otherwise disorganized library that can only loosely be called a library and not so much just a giant storage building for the massive amount of research that AHA has done over the countless centuries here on the island of Obojima. But let me go ahead and add this. Did that come through for you guys or not? Might not
What's
have
that?
the image of Mortimus.
No, I just
Okay.
have the library still.
Okay, give me just a sec. Need to add that to your... All right. It should come through now.
Yep.
Okay. This is the individual you see scrounging through some of the books and scrolls about as you step inside. He doesn't seem to have noticed your presence as you step inside the library. What would you all like to do?
Can I browse to see if I can find anything about alchemy? or herbalism.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Sure.
Okay. There is a large collection of books of alchemy, herbalism that all talk about various ingredients across this region specifically is what you find are the most prominent ones. Give me just a moment. I can send you this list later, Mipsy, of some of the various
Sure.
ingredients in this particular region of Obojima. But some of the high points that you see, once I get to this list, for specifically the region known as the Gift of Shiratashi, which is the southern end of where you are right now. You see everything from apple carrots, bamboo, banshu in an alphabetical order, banshu powder, bora bugs, earwax, speaking to a specific type of fungal growth, seashells, Varo, Yugi sap, which you've already encountered a couple times now, to less common things, bottle cap, dawn petal, fizzling green, various notes of witchwood, spark plug, shadow root, and other things of that nature. And then you also see some note about some rarer ingredients. You see one in particular that a researcher had added in the last couple of years. Give me just a moment here. Along the southern coast, about a type of rare coral known as Nokumai's frozen breath, with some notes that state researching for potential unique alchemy ingredient. You also see a note for a particular type of extracted toxin or poison known as lionfish poison. The lionfish being a staple of the southern waters and tide waters around Obojima. But you can see the elderly figure kind of scouring through some of the scrolls and some of the texts, making notes and putting markers between the various books. As you look around and you watch your companion, Axel, look around the library. What would you like to do?
You asking me?
Yes.
Yep.
Making sure. Let me go talk to my boy.
So you approach Mortimus as he's scanning through the books.
Yes.
What? This is not correct. Where's there? No, this is out of order. And you watch as he kind of grabs some of the books and moves them around as he kind of turns to move them onto a shelf that's kind of perpendicular to this one. And he sees, oh, Axel, it's good to see you. How have you been?
I can't complain, Gramps. How about you?
Oh, you know how it is. These young ones, they never keep anything organized. You're supposed to put it back where you got it! As he kind of cries out to just anyone who can hear in the library.
I know, they don't listen to that Obojima decimal system. Shame.
Sometimes I think I have to reinvent an entirely different system. It's useless. It always leaves holes in various archives. We go looking for things and they disappear into the void, and we end up finding them months later. It's so frustrating. And you can see off to your right-hand side, one of the younger researchers is just kind of like putting his fingers on his the bridge of his nose, like, oh my god, this old man. But anyway, did you have any success up in Okiri?
I thought I did, but unfortunately, no. I ended up just being some brat who, got in over his head.
Do tell. What was it? Magic? Oh, what was going on? Did you find the flying device?
Out of character, I forget. What did he cast a spell? I'm trying to remember. Was that what it
No,
was?
he had found a potion of flight that he dumped on his bike to try to make it a flying machine.
Okay, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, and you come to find out that it was just a young kid that got a hold of something he shouldn't have.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nah, it was just some dumb kid, just of a potion they shouldn't have gotten. It was a good idea, and I probably would have done the same thing, but he put a flying potion on his bike and he took off to the sky.
That's such a shame. I thought it was a new piece of first age technology. Someone had found a means of flight that didn't involve the gliders and the hullabaloo and other parts of the island. And you can hear him sort of referencing there's another part of the island known as Skykite Island, which is known for its aviation and various aviation-based endeavors. The high winds sort of utilizing that space. It's like further southeast on the island from where you are now. I was hoping maybe that might have broken their sort of natural monopoly on flight and aviation in this part of the island, but it seems my enthusiasm was misplaced.
We'll keep looking, Gramps. I'm sure there's something out there.
Yes, of course. But a deal's a deal. I did agree that I was going to look into your supposed spirit realm group that you've been chasing after for all these years. Yes, give me just a moment here, and you see him kind of scramble to put some of the handful of books down as he steps towards a cluttered desk that he moves a couple scrolls around. Yes, it was right. Yeah, yes, here. I found a note while you were away for a spirit market. I've heard rumor that it exists somewhere on the island. A densely packed, almost on par with here in Yataman, a densely packed market known as Alua. And he kind of spreads this scroll out so you can see the name is ULUWA. Now, it's on no geographic map that I've found anywhere in our records, but I've heard pray tell of it. It is supposedly either entirely or partially enveloped in the spiritual realm, but it is tied here to a location on Obojima. And rumor has it that if one could parlay a ticket aboard the spirit train, one might be able to find this location.
The spirit train, huh? Okay.
Yes. Rumors abound of the spirit location of stations all across the island, but no one's actually mapped them out or determined what one must do to utilize the spiritual railway on a regular basis outside of spirits themselves, and they seem to keep this one tightly to the chest. But if one were to find the performers that you are seeking, based on the research that I found, it seems this to be the most prominent place. It is known for all manner of spiritual fare, foodstuffs, performances, exchanges of various commerce, and all things of that nature. I'm not heavily proficient in the spiritual language, but every bit of text that I found documenting this location, this Ulua, states that it is tied closely to a fixed stop along the spiritual railway. So if one could parlay a ticket or pass along the spirit railway, they might be able to come by this location.
Seems simple enough. Thanks for the info. Appreciate it.
Of course. If you have some time, there's another opportunity that the guild would like to further research. It's, I'll admit, a bit potentially dangerous, but it would definitely permit you to potentially look at more secured research within the guild's main headquarters if you were successful.
All right, I'm listening.
I don't know the exact details. It was a research request on behalf of the Divers Guild here in the south of Obojima. It's their main HQ is just off the coast on the cliff sides, about 35 miles south of Yataman, right at the cliff face. And you know this location as well. The Divers Lodge is what he's referring to. It's a group that spends a tremendous amount of its time researching the waters around the island of Obojima, both on the surface as well as below the surface of the water, with various diving equipment as well as submersible vehicles of sorts. And one of their largest lodges is not too far from here in Yataman.
Okay.
But was there anything else you needed while you're here?
No, I think that'll do it. Oh,
Of course. Oh, and I forgot yes, you did follow up on this lead, and he gives you a small satchel of 20 gold.
okay.
Consider this the formal payment of the guild for services rendered. As this is going on, as Mipsy and Axel are either talking with individuals or researching here in the public library, Mirage, what are you doing?
I think I'm just chilling, like admiring the library. Perhaps if there's like a book of history of something from the lands or anything that could help like my mapping or anything, I will take a look
Okay.
in it, but if not, I will just be
Give me an investigation
Yes,
check. Okay. You don't find anything with too much information that you don't already know. Let me pull up the map here. You do overhear the conversation that Axel is having with Mortimus with regards to the Diver's Lodge. You know that the Diver's Lodge is at that Obojima is at number 8 and the Diver's Lodge is at number 1 on the map here. And that Okiri, where you first had all met, is at number 3. You would pass by Lake Elior, which is, and the Temple of Shum, which is at number 4. You've gone south directly through the heart of the Gift of Shiratashi, and that the location that Mortimus was referring to is number 1 on the map.
Okay.
And then you, let's see, there's one other bit of information. I'm trying to find my information here. Give me just a sec. Come on. Why won't you load? Okay. Why is this not? Where is it? Trying to find the information. I'm trying to. Where is it? The other location that you're referring to, based on the description that Mortimus had given, a location known as Skykite Valley, is further north on the island of Obojima. It's at number 27 on your map, on the northwest corner of Mount Orboro, which is the largest, highest elevation, much further than where you all started your adventure.
What was the name of it?
Skykite Valley. That was the location he was referring to, where there's large updrafts around the mountainside. And it's an area that's historically known in the island of Obojima that you're somewhat aware of. You've never been there personally to deliver any mail, but it is a location that's known for its endeavors into aviation, basically flying technology.
Did I overheard like something about like the spirit train? Would you say?
Yeah, you would have overheard this.
Would I know something about it? Maybe some like tales or anything that maybe colleagues or compatriots will talk about?
The basic knowledge you know of rumors of the spirit train, it's a rumor all over the island that people have come across it randomly at various times, and found themselves in the spirit realm. You've never heard of the market village or anything known as the city of Olua, but you do know of the spirit train, and most people on the island do in some way, shape, or form. If you'd like to know more, you can give me a history check.
Sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's about all you know. Is just the general rumors of the spirit train. You're not 100% sure where its stations are, or even if they're in fixed locations. You just know that it is sort of a random mystery across the entire island of Obojima.
Okay. That's okay.
But with that, is there anything else you all would like to research while you're here, or do you want to endeavor elsewhere?
I'm good.
Okay. Axel, Mirage, is there anything else you'd like to try to learn here? Or is there someplace else you would like to go?
No, I think I'm good here.
Yeah, me too.
I wish you the best, lad. If you need anything else, let me know. I'd be happy to try to assist.
Thanks, Morty. Appreciate it. I'll let you know how it goes.
Of course, of course. If you see anything interesting, we're always open for new information along your travels.
But nevertheless, you all head out back onto the streets of Yataman. After gathering what you need here in the libraries of Aha, learning about a handful of different various things across the island, where would you like to go from here?
I mean, I do need to check in on Dear Miranda.
Okay.
So I don't know what is there any other stuff anyone needs to do besides Janet from the blog? I think we need to get back to her.
Mm. I'm gonna be studying at Jenny's, I know that.
Okay.
I mean, then I guess I will go and check it with Miranda really quickly.
Okay. You all head out back onto the streets of Yataman into the more open areas. Mirage, the main headquarters of Aha, this is the primary headquarters for the entire island, is here in the city of Yataman, the largest city on the island. You head closer to the main mercantile district, where all the shops are spread about. It's already a hustle and bustle of tremendous amounts of people. But one of the primary facilities that's on the western edge of the mercantile district is the main headquarters of the Courier Brigade. It is surrounded by a tall, opaque fence. But you see the main draw from everyone that comes to Yataman is the platform that is on top of the flat roof of the building itself. You can see off in the distance there is one particular one of the I should say it's is as much a roof for the building as it is a landing platform for a special type of vehicle that comes to and from this main headquarters of the Courier Brigade. These craft are massive hot air style balloons of sorts that carry large parcels all across the island as quickly as possible to the various satellite headquarters all across the island. But for items that need to be delivered post haste or are too large or too dangerous to ship, they will travel via what are known as flying lanterns that come to and from. And you can see off in the distance, one of these such flying lanterns is now several miles outside the city, but high above, you can see it having taken off from the platform. And even further, almost like a speck in the horizon, you can see one that's slowly beginning to approach from the northwest corner of the island, heading this way towards Yataman. Probably in an hour or two, it'll be moored on top of the main facility at its current distance. But it is a event, to say the least, for people who've never been to Yataman to see the flying lanterns come to and from the main headquarters of the Courier Brigade. You can see just outside the main gate, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of these postal boxes that look like catfish heads. No one really knows. These were never designed by the Courier Brigade, but they've sort of utilized them for many years. They have various symbols, spiritual symbols all across that even those who speak the spiritual language, this language is ancient, and only bits and pieces can be interpreted of these ancient symbols, but they look like almost like circular bollards, but instead of just like a normal domed top, they have fins on the side and the head of what looks like a catfish. And the open mouth is where people will drop in letters and parcels. And you can see there's a keyed lock in the main stomach part of the postal boxes that the couriers then unlock. And you have a key on your ring, Mirage, that allows you to unlock these various postal boxes, at least some of them, not all of them. They're all color-coded depending on what location, priority, as well as security level that these various boxes have. That each color has a various interpretation on these various boxes. As you step towards the main entrance gate, the double gates, you see two postal knights stationed outside. As you approach and present your credentials, Mirage, you can see they step aside and allow you inside. There's, just as you step in, you can see there's a large training ground of sorts, as various trainees are already up early and working on either their various regiments of calisthenics or combat regiments under the guise of a fully sanctioned courier knight. But you can see the main building itself is behind that. There's some stables as well, horseback. There's also garages. You can see there's a number of K-trucks that are being tended to and worked on. It is quite a organization here. This is a large facility, the largest on the island. So it would be common to see such various modes of transportation for different parts of the island, including, as you look up and get closer to the main building, you can see there are ladders leading up to the roof as courier knights are already moving to and from, delivering large packages up to the boxes up there, preparing for the arrival of the Sky Lantern, expected to come in the next hour or two, to both deliver and take packages back towards the northwestern corner of the island. But as you head inside towards the main door of this facility, it is a busy, hustling, and bustling facility. There are courier knights, trainees, and recruits all around, various desks all about. You also know that, Mirage, that this facility was once, it looks a bit odd, like there's big long counters on both sides with cash registers equidistant along these countertops as people come to deliver their mail and pay for shipping. But the configuration of this building is more reminiscent of a financial building. And that's even more evident when you look towards the back of the main lobby. You see this massive vault door, this steel vault door that you can see some of the courier knights are bringing in packages and various parcels to be temporarily stored in this secure vault. This looks like it at one point, when it was originally constructed, was likely a bank of some kind, or some sort of financial institution, more so than a post office. but the courier knights treat it with the utmost security and concern when handling the mail for the island of Obojima, as you know very well. That they take they take great pride in their endeavor and their occupation. At the back of this main atrium space, this large, almost 40-foot high ceiling, you can hear the running of cash registers. You can hear various people coming to and from, paying for postal shipping, getting packages from the main facility itself, people going in and out of the vault with heavily armed postal knights. You can see a lot of them wearing either half plate or a couple of them wearing full plate armor, carrying large great swords and standing at either side of the vault door. Very prepared for any eventuality. But Mirage, give me a perception check if you don't mind. Okay. It takes you a bit of time to gather your bearing of where you're supposed to be, and you turn and ask one of the tellers behind the countertops and ask where the postmaster Miranda is, or postmaster Escalante. And the teller turns to you, a young courier recruit, and points to a back corner on the far right-hand side towards what looks like a long hallway full of offices. The postmaster's in the last office on the left-hand side.
Thank you. And I go
Okay.
towards the office, I guess.
You head down the hallway towards the offices, and you can see there's a large placard sign that says Postmaster hanging just in front of the last door on the left, as the young man said. You can hear that there's a conversation going on here. There's an older gentleman. You can see there's like a glass window pane on the left-hand side of the door as you approach, with sort of a foldable shade that can, like a privacy shade that can be opened and closed. And right now it's open, and you can see there's a man wearing what looks like some sort of uniform of his own, but you can't really see any emblems or iconography. You can see it's like a navy blue color around the outside of the blue jacket and matching pants. You can see there's like gold banding on both, just above both wrists, like gold buttons, and he's wearing a matching blue hat with sort of gold filigree and well-polished black leather boots. He looks to be probably in his very late 40s, maybe early 50s, salt and pepper beard, mostly a dark black or auburn color, very astute. And he's got like a white cotton turtleneck that kind of pops up above the top of the coat that he wears. You hear his voice.
So you have the package we ordered on standby?
No, Mr. Clintock, we don't have this package here now. It will be here this afternoon when the Sky Lantern arrives. I will have one of my couriers deliver it to you as soon as I can. Is that understood?
Of course. Yes, I thought it would have been here already.
Sir, with all due respect, you did not pay for expedited shipping. You paid for standard rate. My apologies, but you're coming from quite a ways. For the northern side of the island, directly over Mount Obora.
Of course. I need that research as soon as possible. It's coming from the Northern Lodge. Do you understand?
Yes, Captain Clintock, I understand. We will have it to you as soon as possible. You see him nod and just kind of give a stern look as he turns, and now you see the emblem quickly. In fact, give me anyone who wants to give me a history check to see if you recognize that emblem. Okay. Are you rolling as well, Axel?
Yeah, for some reason, it's not going. Hold on. My thing's having a problem. There we go.
Okay. Axel, you don't recognize the emblem. Mipsy and Mirage, you recognize the emblem. It is the emblem of the Divers Lodge. As the gentleman steps through the door, begins walking past you towards the exit of the post office. And that's at this point you see the postmaster step up from behind her desk, this large mahogany desk, as she sees the three of you, specifically you, Mirage. Kilia Mirage, please come in. As she waves you all inside her office.
I go in, I guess I make the salute again.
She responds, "At ease. Please, have a seat." And she points to a couple other seats for the two of you as well, Mipsy and Axel. My apologies. We were expecting the Sky Lantern to arrive early this morning, and it has been a few hours delayed, coming from the northern part of the island. Nevertheless, it will be here on the scheduled day of delivery. But with that, I want to speak with you, Courier Mirage, about upcoming events and a mission I would like to formally request of you. She steps out from behind her desk and closes the door and pulls down the privacy curtains as she sits down now behind the desk and looks at you specifically. This is not typical protocol to give such a mission to one who's not officially a courier knight at this time, but it is important to maintain discretion on this endeavor to limit public reaction. And she kind of turns to you, Mipsy, and you, Axel. I ask that if the two of you, are you companions of our courier here, or are you just here passing through for the time being?
I'm with her.
Yes, we've been traveling together. They've been gratefully helping me too in my instant. Perhaps I don't know them for a very long time, but at least some to trust. I trust.
I mean, I let you guys crash my pad. I think that's pretty important. I'm just saying.
Then I must ask that you be discreet in this matter as well. And I will compensate you for said discretion if you intend to accompany our courier, at least for the duration of this mission. Is that amenable to the two of you?
Yes.
Or
Very well. Career Mirage. You've shown acceptable ability, courage, and intelligence in your endeavors thus far. And although you might have slipped up a bit on your last delivery, I believe you've shown capability based on recommendations from your superiors further north in the island. I cannot give this mission to just any knight. I need someone who is not as well known within our ranks. You can see she's struggling to come up with immediate words as to describe what's going on. I will be frank with you. I'm concerned we might have compromised individuals within our ranks.
Okay. So you need like
I need an individual who is not as, how do I say, a known quantity. I need someone that is able to travel discreetly and is relatively unknown within our ranks. For the time being. You are
sure.
a part of one of our more remote offices. Therefore, your face is not as well known, and your specific abilities grant you a unique skill set. I'm sure the three of you have heard at least some degree or interacted with what is being rumored to occur on the eastern coast of the island, yes? A phenomenon known as the corruption.
Yes.
fortunately.
We are struggling to make deliveries in that area. And not because of the corruption, but any and all attempts to deliver to that space are met with attacks on our couriers and anyone associated with them. I have been trying to communicate with our offices on the far eastern coast for some time now, and I am concerned that that information is being leaked to nefarious individuals along the chain.
So are these attacks specific to the courier or in general?
That I am not sure yet. So in order to sniff out the mole, I want to play a bit of a shell game, releasing a combination of information to various sources and to see which one attracts the most attention. Simultaneously, I intend to send the correct information through another route. A less known route. In the hands of a less known individual. Yourself. Now, I understand the severity and the potential danger of this situation, and as such, upon completion, you will be recognized as a fully decorated courier knight. As she says this, Mirage, you know that it takes about 5 to 6 years to be fully recognized as a courier knight within the organization. You've been with the courier brigade now for probably about half that amount of time. So for her to directly offer you that promotion within that time frame is unheard of. And it's a huge honor.
I mean, of course, I'll do everything that I can and beyond.
Excellent. Well, let me explain the situation. We have offices or headquarters on the far eastern edge of the island. It is in a city known as Polwater.
Pool water?
Polwater. Yeah, Polewater. If anybody would like to give me a history check, you can.
Yes. Well, not working. What the hell's going on? Here we go.
All you really know is it's on the far eastern edge, and you know it's in the heart of the area where the supposed corruption is at its peak. You know that not a lot of people have come to and from the eastern coast of the island in the past few years, for various reasons. Those who have traveled through or tried to travel to Polwater, let me go ahead and pull up the map and I can show you. And you see a map of various station points all across the island in areas. There's one in the northern area up here in the land of hot water in the spring cities or the hot spring cities. There's one in the northern corner up here in Skykite Valley. There's one in Opal Falls here. And then Polwater. Give me a sec here just to make sure I don't give you the wrong information. The city of Polwater is, or Polwater Village is number 17 on your map. You can see there's a small pin in that location for the furthest eastern location of the island. And there was a headquarters there, and you see there are a number of notes off to the side of the map. You see there's a number of like blue and green pins all around that location and leading up to it, and sort of like a trail going through the Brackwater wetlands, which is this region between where you are here and Polwater on the eastern coast. All those pins are deliveries that were not made or were damaged, or couriers that were attacked. Luckily, there have been no fatalities thus far, but I'm afraid it is only a matter of time. We have also encountered attacks where the courier involved was clearly left for dead, was severely injured. Thankfully, none, as I've stated, have succumbed to said injuries, but the packages were stolen, the missives were stolen, or were so badly damaged that they could not be delivered. It hurts our pride as the courier brigade to admit to a non-delivery or damage of someone's personal effects. People trust us across the island of Obojima to maintain the path of information across the island. For hundreds of years, we've done this with little or no delay, and then now, here in the last year or two since the tsunami, we've had nothing but trouble in that area. And when she says this, you know that there was, not too long ago, there was a large earthquake and tsunami that passed over the eastern edge of the island and then caused a tremendous amount of damage. And that's about the same time that rumors of the corruption began to spread and be known on the eastern coast of the island.
Now this attacks. Do we know exactly? Is it somebody making it? Is it something making it?
We are not sure if it's someone, something, or a combination of things. The missive I wanted you to deliver to Jenny, coming from Okiri, was a sample that was taken from one of the couriers that was attacked. They were infected with the corruption. This was a blood sample coming from them. They are still in severe condition. And recovering in the village of Hot Water. And she points to one of the points on the northern part of the map there. There's a... give me just a second. I'm trying to find the location here. They are currently recovering in Hogstone Hot Springs, being tended to by Hisui, the proprietor of the tea house that's famous in that location. And she points to number 26 and number 24 on the northern side of Mount Orbora. Right now, it's too dangerous for us to head straight through the Blackwater wetlands. But I'd like you all to speak with Captain Clintock, the man that you saw heading out of here just a moment ago. They have they're one of the northern lodges on the edge of the island. Their communication has been severely cut off in the past month or two, and we are trying to reestablish that. But a combination of things are diminishing their ability to travel the coastal edge of the waters around the island. Between the corruption as well as attacks from the fishermen in the deeper waters surrounding the island, specifically individuals associating with the Lionfish King, attacking vessels coming from the southern lodge, attempting to go to the northern edge of the island. But I believe that is still perhaps the safest route if we are able to reestablish those connections. But for the time being, we will likely have to travel overland to the northern lodge and reestablish communication. So my request is this. As I send out decoys across the island, I want you, Mirage, to travel, speak to Captain Clintock before you leave this area. He has several missives to his northern lodge. And I'd like you to deliver that and reestablish communication on the northern edge of the island. Make notes of anything that you see along the way. Make notes of any abnormalities, dangers, and anyone that may try to diminish your efforts or stop you entirely. She pulls a small satchel out from a desk drawer, and she puts 2 small smooth stones on the desk. One of which you can see has a marking that's very similar, but has a slightly different configuration to the other one, but they seem to be a match set. This is a sending stone. I will have the other one on me at all times. And she slides the other one across the table to you, Mirage. I'd like you to communicate with me on your mission once per day, as is the capacity for the sending stone.
Of course. And I'm gonna grab the sending stone.
As I believe I've already said, do not communicate anything about your mission, your proposed destinations, anything other than to the individuals here in this room. Is that understood?
Understood.
And those you are meeting with, try to limit any communication beyond what is necessary. She also grabs a small satchel from inside her desk and plops it down, and you hear the jingling of coin as it hits the oak desktop. This is 300 gold petals as a forward payment, and consider it a sort of per diem for your group, I assume. If you travel together, I ask that you keep this under wraps. Understood? As she looks at all 3 of you.
I just let out a small nod.
Yes, ma'am.
Very well. Consider this a forward payment, with more to come upon completion. Agreed?
Agreed.
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 Good. Additionally, you'll have the full support of the Courier Brigade along your travels. So should you need to stop at any of our registered stations, headquarters, simply show them that sending stone, and they will accommodate you accordingly. But first and foremost, you'll need to meet with Captain Clintock at the Southern Divers Lodge. Speak with him, ask him what he needs, gather what parcels and missives he has, and deliver them to the Northern Lodge. Understood?
Understood. And I make this with
Yes.
Excellent.
Now I didn't hear quite quite brightly. She said, what accommodation do I get if I show the stone?
It's basically just a proof of your... I mean, you're already associated with the Courier Brigade, but this sending stone has her personal emblem on it, essentially is what it is. So by showing this to anyone at any of the headquarters or waypoints or stations, you'll essentially have the authority on behalf of the postmaster for any supplies you might need along the way, within reason.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously
Yes, of
they
course.
won't give you like crazy armor or weapons or anything, but they'll give you any supplies like within reason that you might need.
Yeah.
You know, basic medical supplies, food, lodging along the way.
Okay.
as well as whatever spare supplies they might have. So, any other questions, concerns?
Not mine, no.
She looks to all three of you. If there's nothing else to discuss, I wish you the best of luck. As stated, please communicate with me once per day, Mirage. And let me know what you see, what you hear, anything of concern. And I will respond accordingly and support you along the way in any way I can. I wish you the best of luck. And she stands and salutes you. But thank you very much. You can see on her face, all three of you, she still maintains a strong composure, as any soldier would, but you can see through that strong composure, this is important, like extremely important to her. That it concerns her a lot, and she would not do this lightly if she had any other option. But, and she escorts you out of her office before stepping away to speak with one of the other courier knights closer to the vault doors. But you all are left to your own devices. You each have, well, you have a sum total of 300 gold petals for your travels that you are welcome to spend on anything that you'd like. But with that, oh, go ahead.
I'm just looking at stuff I could potentially get.
I mean, let us get out of here, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, just right outside here if you want.
I'm looking at my inventory. This is out of character stuff. I'm going.
I mean, I was gonna like outside when we step outside of like the career, or not like practically outside, but almost at the entrance, perhaps. I mean, Postmaster Escalante just, as you see, shares some fairly gold. I mean, I'm willing if we're all going together, separately, equally. I don't know if you want it right here or perhaps when we go to that amazing Axel place he has.
Just can't get enough. Jeez.
Somewhere more private, perhaps.
Somewhere preferably not near that stench.
Yes. You never know where Imelda might be.
Just a hater.
Yes, I'm a hater.
But with your purses significantly heavier than they were earlier, as you leave the Courier Brigade offices in the main headquarters here, you can see as you exit through the front doors after this conversation, it's been probably almost an hour, a little over that. You can see that now the Sky Lantern is coming much closer. You can see the large boxy base at the bottom of what essentially looks like a hot air balloon in shape and configuration as it comes much closer to the outskirts of the city of Yataman. You get a much better view of it now with a number of pilots, people already on the roof beginning to prepare for the reception of these deliveries and parcels, and to refuel and restock the flying machine once it lands on the roof of the postmaster headquarters. But with that, what would you all like to do?
Say we
Oh.
should discuss. As much as I'm gonna dislike it. Dealing with
Discuss
us.
what?
Discussion. I mean, how can I put it? The corruption?
I mean, we do need some more information about that. I mean, she did say that the vial that I was traveling, they was traveling with us. It was somebody's blood sample. So somebody blood sample did that. Now what with the corruption too?
We do have some information. But I'm not going to discuss it here. We do need somewhere private.
I agree. Now would you like to go back and discuss it now, or should we go and see Jenny from the block?
I say now because the information Jenny from the block may have could help us. But I do need to give some information.
It's okay. Are we going to see Jenny from the block?
We can.
I mean,
Go
you
ahead.
said you wanted it to go first, right?
I said I prefer going after because I will
Oh,
reveal
after, okay.
something.
I didn't get it. Okay.
So where would you all like to go?
I say the best spot would be probably Axel's place.
Yeah. They always gotta come back to the crash pad. I knew it. I knew it.
Very well.
And I'm just gonna like tease Mipsy of saying like, you know, we all love that smell of ramen. Do we?
No, not at all.
Very well. You all make your way back to or towards the shopping and mercantile district of Yadaman, a densely packed commercial space of intersecting alleyways and izakayas back towards Axel's makeshift shop and abode. As you step inside and make yourselves comfortable, what would you like to discuss?
Not want to reveal this, but I have no choice, and I could be an asset. I'll show the corruption mark on me.
Axel and Mirage, you see the strange markings that have taken place on your companion Mipsy. It's not unlike the discoloration that you saw on the young man claiming to come from the eastern coast of the island the night before, carrying that strange vial of black and gray ichor that claims to have been touched by this so-called corruption, and it begins to make sense and match with what you saw afflicting him, but here not quite as advanced, but at least in a small portion on the shoulder of your small Dara companion Mipsy.
Now I knew that throwing up on you was doing something to you.
Me throwing up.
No, like that thing's throwing up to you
Yeah.
or exploding near you.
Oh, that? No, that. This happened back when we rescued the Nakadama. Unless that's what you're referring to.
Yeah, you were too close to it and it exploded on you.
Yes. Then yes, that's what happened. Been trying to hide this from you guys.
Why?
No. Thought I could fight this off.
Mirage
I'm
or
gonna
Axel?
let it
Oh, go ahead.
take over.
Take over you? I mean, maybe somebody can do something, you know? Maybe we can find something to help it.
But I can also be, a test subject. For, educational purposes.
Is the corruption like in which part of it? Like on the shoulder, arm?
Believe we said it was at the back of my neck.
Yeah, sort of the back of your neck and like down the shoulder. Easily could be hidden by a shawl or a piece of clothing at this point in time. But it seems to, since the last time you've looked at it, Mipsy, has grown slightly.
Cool.
Mirage, give me a medicine check.
A lot of 11s for me tonight.
It's hard to say. You know a decent amount about field medicine, but you're not really sure about malignant ailments and things of that nature. And this is just well beyond your area of expertise in field, medication and immediate repairs to potentially save someone's life or first aid responses. This is kind of above your area of expertise. You would imagine it probably requires somebody who's very well versed in medicine to better take a look at this ailment.
Like, if you need a blood sample, I'll allow it.
I mean, I would think perhaps maybe ask Jenny or. We could have asked Postmaster Escalante, but we'll think about it. I mean, I don't want you to, if you're not comfortable, right? And I'm gonna pump into Axel and be like, say something, say something nice.
Like I said, I'm willing to be the test subject.
Yeah, man. I mean, that looks like that shit hurts. So I mean, I don't know.
The only thing that hurts currently is that stench downstairs.
Well, I mean, there's always more information to learn. We will learn about it and perhaps find a way to take it out from you and whoever has come upon this.
Like I said, I want it to, partly take over to see if we can, like, stop it in one spot.
That would be nice.
Have it all centered on me, and then when I go, it should go, right?
In theory.
And I'm just going to be, like, staring at both of you. Kind of, like, back and forth going. I'm, like, looking out, like, you guys trust me with this or no? Because I don't feel sure of myself saying this to you guys.
I mean, I trust you. Perhaps I feel a little bit guilty since I've been the one who has been popping all those things in front of you. But I'm cool with it, Bimsy. To show my loyalty, I can buy you a bucket of ramen.
Oh, please no. Anything but that.
You know what will cheer up the group? Me playing the flute. And I'm gonna give it another try on playing the flute.
Okay, give me a performance check.
Let's see it.
You try to
I'm done.
play a more advanced song that you can hear very clearly in your head, but it just doesn't come out quite right. It comes out like a very, I mean, you miss a handful of keys. It just doesn't translate well. You hear this beautiful melody in your head, but it comes out like, 5th grade recorders.
Mirage, come on. You know you gotta give the good old hot cross buns. I gave myself disadvantage with that too.
No. Yeah, you're it's slightly better than the night before, but again you hear banging on the wall.
stop with that nonsense! That fingle-fangle melody, god dang youth of this world, always inconsiderate of other people's space! Ah!
Just banging on the wall.
Think he's my biggest fan.
I think he is. I mean, he always talks when you play.
Exactly.
Well, is there anything else you all would like to discuss, or is there someplace else? It's about, I would say it's probably early to mid-afternoon at this point in time, after you've had your discussion. I don't know if you all have had any food yet for the day, so you're definitely beginning to get hungry, for sure. But you still have some sort of meeting with Jenny's General Goods, and you do have eventually, after you gather your supplies and things of need with your much weightier purse strings at this point, you do have an eventual destination of meeting with Captain Clintock at the Southern Divers Lodge, which is about 30 or 40 miles, I would say west by southwest of your current location in Yataman. But there's no particular time frame for this mission that the postmaster gave you, Mirage. And Axel, you are simply just at your own beck and call at this point in time, researching anything that sparks your interest of your ultimate goals here in the island of Obojima. And Mipsy, you are unsure of what your time frame is as you become more, or you gather more and more information about this newfound ailment, curse, abilities that you've now begun to gather as a result of this exposure that you found yourself in. So each of you has things that interest you and a combined interest in this mission given by the postmaster. What would you like to do?
I think we should grab something to eat. Perhaps maybe not ramen this time. And go and see Jenny. Jenny from the block.
Yes.
Damn it.
What?
That's never gonna stop. Anyway. Is that your next destination, or would you like to get something to eat?
No, something to eat first, then
Okay.
Jenny.
Yeah, we can get something to eat.
Well, Axel, you know of, since ramen seems to be well and truly against the wishes of at least some of your companions, there are a number of other locations for good eats here in Yataman. As it's such a large city, there are sandwich shops, there are other noodle bars, izakayas, things of that nature. All sorts of things that are probably better for the digestion than some heavy pork broth ramen, but something dry and not spicy.
Gosh.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's a wide variety. Essentially, if you were to head towards the market square, there are all sorts of food stalls of varying qualities that you could certainly find something that will suit your fancy. Most of which is along the way to Jenny's General Goods.
I do want to like say that I distributed 300 gold
Okay.
between
We all
everyone.
got 100.
Yeah.
However you want to split it.
I mean, I'm okay splitting it 100 ever. I mean, you guys been of so much help for me, like yesterday and during the trip. But if you want less, I mean,
No. I'll take my cut.
I'll take 100. Yeah.
no, everyone's talking, huh?
Money talks, baby.
Well, I imagine you all find at least something to satiate yourselves along your travels to your ultimate destination of Jenny's General Goods. As you pass by a number of food stalls, there's various sandwich stalls, udon, healthier food options, salads, stir fry, any number of things. In stark contrast to the heavy pork broth ramen that permeates the area around Axel's apartment. But towards the late afternoon, you can see the sun beginning to get lower in the sky. Still, a few more hours of daylight, but you can see there are quite a variety of people passing by through the alleyways as you head towards Jenny's General Goods. Inside, you can see there's a number of individuals shopping about. You step in, there are shops open today that you didn't see open previously. Some having tools, implements, a handful of weapon shops, some light armor and leather workers setting up stalls or have set up stalls outside their buildings. And of course, Jenny's General Goods. You can see she's outside already, shooing away more of the flower spirits that have gathered around her entrance to her shop. God almighty. As you come closer to the location, you can see Jenny has Imelda wearing an apron inside, tending to a lot of the various ingredient planters and things of that nature, assisting with organizing. You can see fluttering all around Imelda is her spirit companion that seems to be trying to help Jenny shoo away the flower spirits that and vegetable spirits that seem to gather around this space. Just now the Billboard 100. God damn it. Oh. Anyway, what would you all like to do?
Now both of them are inside.
Jenny's like right at the entrance. As you approach, you can see she waves to the three of you. You can see Imelda just inside behind the counter, moving various boxes and tending to some of the planters inside the shop.
Hello, Jenny.
Hello, how are you all doing today?
You busy today?
Busy enough for a day, but we have time if you'd like to peruse our wares or anything else that sparks your fancy here. Again, I
Cheers.
appreciate what you've done.
Perusing that book, like we made
Of
that
course.
deal.
Yes, of course. I also have some odds and ends supplies for the three of you as well. Imelda? Yes? She calls out from back the shop. Please gather those things we put together this morning. Oh, are they here? And she calls out as she brings a sack of various items, vials. There are 6 total standard healing potions, some rations, as well as some empty pouches for you all. As she kind of points, you're welcome to gather any common ingredients that we might have. You can take at least enough for a handful of potions while you're here. And let me list off the ingredients that she has. Common ingredients. You can gather 3 of each. Give me 1 sec here. The ingredients that she has from this region, the Gift of Shiratashi. Common ingredients, she has apper carrot, bamboo, banshu powder, blueback salmon, boomberries, borabug, Draco twigs, campmite, chicken eggs, cloudhorn, creeping bullet, earwax, fishfolk tooth, fish head, flash paper, green slime, Hakuma sapwood, jumping bonfire, jack-o'-lantern bits, knobble leaf seaweed, lover's vine, mellowwort. I'll give you this list as well. Knobblewort, norotomaki, pink candle wax, Queen's Dilemma, which is a root or a plant, scale fruit rind, seashell, sea water, spindle leg spider webs, Varo, and Yugi sap. You're welcome to make a nature check. Let me save that list real quick and I'll put it in the chat. If there's one that kind of catches your attention, if you want to make a closer nature check. Okay. Give me 1 sec to post this so you have the list here. It is quite long.
Right.
That is the list of all the things she has in her stock right now. If there's one in particular you want to examine closer, Mipsy, I can tell you what its various attributes are. Or with a 19, I'll let you research 2 of them
Okay.
to know what their full attributes are.
Let's go with... We will go with the scale fruit vine
Okay.
and the Queen's Dilemma.
Queen's Dilemma and Scale Fruit Rind. Okay. So, Queen's Dilemma. So this looks like a purple, it's like a light purple and darker purple fungus. And you see on a little card in front of it, long ago when the Nakadama ruled the land, it is said that the Queen Okumi was tricked by a wicked beast who sought to steal her heart. As they were about to be betrothed, a mushroom spirit sacrificed itself to poison the beast and reveal his true nature. Because of the mushroom's courage, Queen Okumi spread its spores throughout Obojima. This is why Queen's Dilemma mushrooms are so plentiful. It's combination of attributes. It has a score of 7 combat, utility 5, and whimsy 3. So 7, 5, 3. And I'll-
25 all right.
Yeah, and I'll save this right now and post it in the chat later so you have this information.
What does that mean? Like the 753?
It's a means of, well, you don't have, well, I mean, you could try to make potions. I would say you would have the basic knowledge of it. Give me a, Mirage, give me a medicine or a nature check.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, the explanation of this and the cue card that you see below the ingredient is, it might as well be in a language you don't speak. But you can certainly ask your companions to explain it to you at a different time. Let me put this in the Discord real quick. And you said that what was the other one you wanted to know about, Mipsy?
The scale fruit.
Scale fruit, got it. Okay, hold on one sec here. Oh my god. Dust Bunny, God almighty. Oh. Alright. I put the Queen's Dilemma in the chat for you to take a look at. And I'll put that in. Let me put that in here as well. Scale fruit, that's right. Let's see, scale fruit is scale fruit rind. So this looks like almost like a purple avocado that somebody's pulled out the core and the seed from, and it's just the remaining like rind, and it's been dried and put into this glass jar. Scale fruit are fist-sized fruits that are covered by a thick, scaly rind. Although the outside of the scale fruit is rather unappetizing, the interior is sweet and delicious. It is easily scooped after the fruit is cut in half. Many scale fruit farmers can be easily identified as they always carry a sharp cleaver and a metal scoop. Scale fruit trees are found along the coastline as they love sandy soil. Many seaside villages have their own creative versions of scale fruit drinks that they proudly serve to travelers. So this is not the interior, this is just the rind. And it has a combat score of 4, utility of 2, and whimsy 2.
Okay.
So I will save this and put this one in as well. So that is what you learn from the description cards that Jenny has carefully written below some of these various ingredients. There you go.
All right.
So you can grab those 2 ingredients. So you get one of each of those. And there's one more that you can get, but you don't really know the information of. So what would you like to grab of that list?
Well,
have to research
I already
it.
know what it is.
What is that?
Boomberry.
Oh, you can get more boomberry if you need that. All right.
I can have an even 25.
Jesus. And Axel and Mirage, you can choose from these as well. And if you'd like to try to discern what they are, you can give me a nature check. And depending on your score, I will give you 1, 2, or 3 descriptions.
I'll give a crack at it.
Okay.
Let me go for the cloud horn, baby.
Okay. So you're gonna get Cloudhorn and what other 2 ones? Because you get to pick 3, but depending on your nature check, you may or may not get the description of it.
All right, give me that cloud horn.
Okay.
Let me get some bamboo.
Okay.
And then jumping bonfire.
Okay. So you can add those to your inventory. They should be in the roll 20. If not, we can just make a makeshift item for them. If you'd like to figure out the nature of them, a 10 will give you 1, a 15 will give you 2 descriptions, and a 20 will give you all 3. So go ahead and if you want to roll nature.
I don't know shit.
Yeah. They just look pretty.
I like the way to look. I'll take it.
Mirage, you can do the same as well if you'd like to pick 3 of these ingredients to put in your little satchel. And then depending on your nature roll, I can describe 1, 2, or 3, or none.
Yeah, I look confused at all of these items. And I'm just gonna grab I have no idea what all of this is. I mean, the earwax, why not?
Okay.
Bashu powder, sure.
Okay.
And where's the paper thing? A flash paper there.
Flash paper. Okay.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So go ahead and roll a nature check. Okay. So you get 2 of them. So you have flash paper. What were the other 2? The Banshu powder and what was the last one?
And the earwax.
And earwax. Which 2 would you like to have a full description of?
Oh my god. Let's say Bashu powder and the earwax.
And the
I wanna know what
earwax.
that is. Yeah. And let's see if that thing does something. Or I don't know.
So you see this bowl of what looks like loamy clay, or dirt, but it definitely has like more of a thickened texture to it. And you see a little cue card that explains a little bit more. And you see this russet powder is made from the ground seed pods of Banshu tree. Or Bashu tree. Bashu powder is used commonly by chefs who want to add a spicy yet smoky flavor to their dishes. Most Obojimans believe that Bashu powder also helps alleviate minor ailments like coughs and colds. Bashu trees are found inland in the warm and arid regions of Obojima. So this one has a combat of 2, a utility of 0, and a whimsy of 0. And I will post that one in as well. A sec here. All right, and then the last one was the earwax, which I think is hilarious. So you see these little vials with glass vials with corks in them, with little descriptor tags, and you manage to take a closer look. An unpleasant truth is that the role of earwax in potion making is more important than people like to discuss. Though earwax is plentiful, it's not all the same in potion mixing terms, and some varieties come at a steeper price than others. So earwax has a combat rating of 0, a utility of 0, and a whimsy of 0.
No idea what that means, but it's fine.
Which, for those who understand potion making, that may seem shitty, but it's actually extremely handy.
Yep.
So I will post that one in the chat. Let's see here. There we go. I love that one of them is blue, and that makes me really concerned. Or one is green and one is blue, which is really kind of disturbing. Anyway. To the matter at hand. Jenny pulls the book out of her desk drawer and opens it up for you, Mipsy. There are a variety of dense notes in this book. She looks at you. This isn't the full text. It is a sub-portion of a sub-portion of the text that I copied loosely from the original full manuscript. Each of the various covens across the island have a portion of these recipe manuscripts. They don't generally share this information, is why I'm hesitant to share it with you here, but it is extremely useful for the purposes of alchemy, as well as magical prowess and potion making. It is essentially the greatest bit of knowledge each of the various covens share, and this is only a small portion of the total manuscript. An extremely powerful witch many centuries ago documented all of this, and then that text was then broken into pieces through infighting and quarrels and things of that nature. And each coven garners a piece or pieces of the original text. And this is simply my notes of the portion that I was allotted many years ago. But what you see mechanically, Mipsy, I will allow recipes. So what you're going to essentially get, I will allow you to have, in fact, because this novel is thick and the text is like handwritten really dense. It would take a lot of time to study this. Based on a roll, I will say you can give me a nature. I wouldn't even say it's nature. It's what would I put this under? I would say this is more of an intelligence check to whether or not you can comprehend this quickly. So based on the results of this, I will give you either 3, 4, or 5 potion recipes. If you succeed fully, I will give you 1 rare potion recipe. The rest will be uncommon.
Ooh.
There we go.
Holy shit.
You can add. You still have the +4 if you, or the D4 if you want to try to roll further.
Oh,
Because there is a chance
go
you could
for
get
it.
more. Okay. Okay. So you get an additional one, but you don't get the obviously you don't get the rare, because that would have required a roll of 15. But you get I will give you 3 common potion recipes that you're able to discern from this manuscript.
that's good enough.
Okay. Give me just a moment here. So let me see what the total is, and I'm going to have you randomly roll these. Just for fun. Because then it's not just me picking ones. It's go ahead and roll. I'll let you choose. Of the 3 potions, the 3 different categories are combat, utility, and whimsy. You can choose from any of the 3. And when you roll at random, depending on what you roll, it is, give me a sec here. The total for the common combat potions is, give me a sec here. Just want to make sure I'm not getting into combat. Would be a D31 because there's 31 different common combat potions. Then there's utility, and there are 30 of the utility common potions that you can roll from, and then the whimsy category common is, I think, also give me a sec here, 30. So 31, 30, and 30. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So which category would you like to roll for your first one?
We're going all 3 of them in utility.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll me the first one. Okay. 3 of utility.
1d30.
Yes. Utility.
12.
Okay. Hold on one sec here before you do the next one. Let me find the first one. Utility, common. The first one was 3, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
So that 3 was for the d4. The first one's 12.
Oh, I'm sorry. 12. I'm sorry. There we go. 12 would be... Okay, for utility, you see a recipe for a potion of path seeking. So the total utility value is 12. So you need to match a utility value of 12 with the ingredients that you use to brew. This potion is brewed for the specific task of detecting tracks left by secret path potion. These tracks appear to you as glowing footprints made with uncanny detail. You also gain the ability to see into the spirit realm, aka the ethereal plane, and the effects of this potion last for 1 hour.
Cool.
So what's the next one you're rolling?
We're going with the same category,
Okay.
just to make it real simple.
The 30.
Oh, wow.
All right. Let's see. Number 30. So this requires a utility value of 30. This potion is called Liquid Cat. You see the note here. It says, this lively swirling concoction transforms and solidifies into a friendly cat when poured out. The cat serves you as a familiar, as if from the Find Familiar spell. The cat disappears after 24 hours.
I love it.
All right. You got one more. 6. Okay.
6.
All right. This is a note, the Potion of Cave Diver. When poured onto your hands and feet, they temporarily become stained with a deep indigo color. For the next 10 minutes, you gain the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free. You also gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed.
Spider climb.
So it's spider climb, yeah. So it's like a potion of spider climb.
Hey, I actually like those.
Yeah. So that's a value of, what was it? 12,
6.
30, and 6. Yes. That's what you need for the utility value. Has to match that number in order to brew it.
Oops. Familiar equals 30, and then the find tracks.
Yeah, and I'll put these listed later in the
Cool.
Discord, along with the pictures of the potions themselves.
All right. Now I got some fun stuff to work with.
Sounds good.
No, I do want to say something. I don't know
Okay.
if it's too late. It's just like I heard you said it when you said the list, but I didn't see it when you put I didn't read it, and so I forgot it. Like, can I change one of the ingredients, like the one that I didn't get the description?
Sure.
Like,
Which one
the
did you
pink
not?
candle wax.
Oh, to the pink candle. Yeah, that's fine. If you want to change that.
The flash paper, that was the last one.
So you got the description of earwax. So you
and
don't want the flash
the
paper,
one-
you want the candle wax.
Yeah, because I got the description of the other two. I
Okay.
feel about like trading it.
Okay.
You know, so like the one that I didn't get it, like I will trade it for that one.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead and just put the pink candle wax. You don't have the description of it, but you
Yeah.
have the item. You'll just have to
Mhm.
take a closer look at it, or somebody will have to research it to figure out what
Mhm.
its attributes are. Well, if you have time and you're back in town, I'd be happy to let you take a closer look at the manuscript and see if you can garner any additional information. But I don't really train pupils any longer. It's not really my best foot forward. I've chosen to step away from spellcraft since some time ago.
Well, I got a lot of information.
That is to say that you could certainly discuss with other covens and give enough, incentive or financially or bartering or trade or favors, they may allow you to look deeper at their manuscripts. But I will say that most of them keep these pretty deeply under wraps. It is a powerful bit of information to know the various effects of every known ingredient across the entire island. The original witch that cataloged all these and created a lot of these recipes was extremely powerful, the likes of which we only see once in every several generations at most. The fact that her singular text is spread across all of the various witch covens, and they vehemently hold what little they do have of the total text is pretty telling of how powerful she must have been. But is there anything else you would like to discuss with Jenny, or anything else you would want to buy? She does have other ingredients. You're certainly welcome to barter with her on purchasing additional ingredients beyond just what she's already given you, or discuss with her. You want to try to persuade her to discuss any of the various attributes.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Mirage, Axel, anything you would like to purchase or discuss?
Oh,
Go ahead.
actually, I do have one question.
Of course.
What happens if some of the vegetation used for making potions, what happens if they wither? Are they still useful?
If they're preserved and dried out in a suitable manner, then I imagine they would still be adequate. Most floral ingredients for potion making are often dried anyway to further amplify the essential oils or ingredients, the natural fibers, things of that nature. Essentially, once you gather the ingredient, it's just for the purposes of making things simple. They don't go bad.
Oh, this is the reason why I was asking.
Oh, Wither and Bloom.
Yeah,
I mean, you could certainly use Wither and Bloom. It might destroy something. If
that's
you,
what I was referring to.
yeah, I mean, it's still a plant. If it's considered a plant, then yeah, it would be under the effects of Wither and Bloom.
Mm. Cause you know.
Does she know that you can use Wither and Bloom to try to produce
No.
more or destroy it?
Nope. I'm not discussing that part.
I mean, you get the understanding that based on the text that you just read through and her understanding and what she's already shown, she probably has a full understanding of Wither and Bloom.
Yeah. Okay. Because I am corrupted. That's what I'm using this for as a flavor spell.
Okay.
It's also a good spell.
It is a very good spell. But yes, I would say you probably can surmise that Jenny has a full understanding of Wither and Bloom. It's not a very like powerful spell. I mean, it's a fairly low level. And given that she is a purveyor of flora and ingredients, she probably is pretty knowledgeable about things that would affect them. But if there's nothing else that you all would like to purchase here at the general goods store, I think that's a good stopping point for tonight.
Well, I was.
Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to get to talk to Imelda.
Okay.
Is she like inside?
Yes, she's been assisting Jenny in organizing the shop, cleaning, watering the live potion ingredients, and tending to the various transactions. But she's been here this whole time.
But let's say she's a little bit apart from Jenny, or we're all stuck together as a group.
I mean, you're all within the interior of the shop.
Okay.
You're all within earshot or visual view. She's only been stepping back and forth, moving things and helping to tend the shop.
Is she wearing a yellow apron too?
She's wearing a similarly colored apron to what Jenny's wearing. Yes.
Okay. I will get close to Imelda.
Okay.
And I will take a look at her. For her to know that I'm looking at her, and I'm just gonna say well, that's definitely not your color.
Imelda kind of turns to you. Really? Is that your color as well? And you turn and you see, as you were kind of looking at Imelda, you get this feeling that something is watching you. And as you turn your head, as she kind of has this smirking grin as she looks at you, not in a malicious way, but kind of a perceptive way. As she turns and looks at you, you look over your shoulder, and there is a squid-like creature with this piercing yellow eye just over your shoulder, looking you dead in the face, and it is horrifying and shocks you and causes you to kind of stumble back a little bit as it you did not perceive this. The three of you, nobody perceived it. Going off your passive perceptions.
Jesus.
And as it looks at you, you see it, and it turns and just unblinkingly stares at all three of you. And as Jenny kind of steps back in the doorway, looks around and goes, Oh, goodness. I figured he might be here eventually. Oh, dear. I knew he would come eventually today after I had sent him a message. But I didn't think he would send his familiar with him. Sorrow, can you please not do that to paying customers? And this squid-like spirit looks away from you all and straight at Jenny, unblinkingly, and it's just unnerving. As you then sense another presence coming into the doorway, a sort of short, about 5'6", 5'7", human look like individual, but with a pale blue complexion, wearing dark blue, almost black robes, and carrying a simple looking staff with a leather wrap on it, steps into the doorway and greets you all with a very sort of unnerving presence as he stares at everyone in the room. Good day to you all. Let me show you that, and then we'll close things up for the session.
Me just wanted to have a chill talk with Imelda.
As you hear Jenny turn and look at the individual in the doorway. It's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Basingstoke. And this is the individual you see in the doorway. Did that come through for you all?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
As the squid-like creature with the piercing, off yellowish orange eye stares at you all, as his seeming master sort of, as the squid kind of wraps around his shoulder and sits in front of you all, and he stares directly at you all, sort of unblinking as well, and it's kind of unnerving. As this pale-skinned individual greets everyone here in Jenny's General Goods. And on that cliffhanger, we'll go ahead and end the session.